Every 5 minutes, a transplant candidate dies while waiting for a heart, a liver, a kidney. Imagine a technology that could provide those life-saving organs for a nominal fee. Imagine what risks a company would take to monopolize that technology. On a remote island in the Canadian Arctic, PJ Colding leads a group of scientists who have discovered this holy grail of medicine. Their method, illegal. Their result, a computer-engineered living creature, the ancestor, an animal whose organs can be permanently transplanted into any person. There's just one problem. These ancestors are not the docile herd animals that Colding's team envisioned. Instead, their work has given birth to something big, something evil, something very, very hungry. Ancestor is a thriller written by New York Times best-selling author Scott Sigler. Available in bookstores everywhere or listen in for free at scottsigler.com.
You're listening to the Elitists Podcast, a weekly Starcraft 2 interview podcast.
Hell, it's about
Alrighty, everybody. Today, we are going to be joined by another guest. Well, I guess that's the point of the show, but this week for episode 6, we are joined by a very special guest. He lives in the, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, it's the peninsula nation of South Korea. It has some significance in the Starcraft community, just a bit, but sent over there by his the website he works for, which is scforall.com. We, of course, are talking about... Okay, this one's going to be... this is another mouthful name. What is with all the people with mouthful names? Okay, Dan Artosis... Starcraft. Sorry, I completely screwed that up. Either way.
Close enough.
Welcome again to the show. We did an interview with you a few months earlier, and it's glad to have you back.
Thank you for having me back.
Now... I do have to start with one statement. I'm going to go back to our last interview, and this is where I want to start us off. And this is, you said in the last interview something around the lines of, "My name is Artosis, therefore I am a Terran player," or something like that. What happened?
Yeah, I really don't care for Terran in StarCraft 2. The Marauder makes them really, really mobile. It's not anything like playing Terran in StarCraft 1, so it doesn't really appeal to me in the style I like to play. I really prefer a very defensive, economy-based reactionary style, and in StarCraft 2, Terran doesn't really give me that. Zerg really does the best to give me that, so I'm really enjoying using Zerg now.
Yeah, same with your buddy that you've been practicing with, Mr. Hydra, although I think he's switched again. I don't remember.
Well, no, he is still Zerg, but we have been toying around with the other races just in case Blizzard doesn't fix the ridiculous imbalances that are in the game right now. But yeah, he's still technically a Zerg player.
Well, I guess now he's... What's it called? I just saw the other day he was participating in the OSL preliminaries, and...
Well, that was StarCraft 1, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, I guess it's something to do while the beta's down. I mean, it's not like he hasn't...
Yeah, that's basically it.
He actually got past... apparently he got further than he usually does in the OSL preliminaries.
Yeah, he got the furthest he ever got. He beat GoRush 2-1 and then lost to Jehoon 1-2, and that's with like almost no practice since February, so he did really, really well.
But this is about you. This is about Artosis. Now...
That's right.
For the record, for the people who, for some reason, live under a rock and don't know who you are, you used to be a pro gamer, or semi-pro, as pro gamer as you can probably get in the United States back in the Brood War days for a while.
Yeah.
You then got a job working for the website SC for All, which involved moving to Seoul, where you currently reside, and report on StarCraft in Korea.
Absolutely. That's me in a nutshell right there.
And how has your reporting job changed ever since this little beta came out in February?
Well, people don't really care as much about StarCraft 1 anymore. I used to do all sorts of interviews about StarCraft 1 with various players and did videos of their houses and stuff like that. And I've done some of it since StarCraft 2 came out. But people are kind of leaning towards StarCraft 2 now overall in the community. And so I've kind of been catering a little bit more to that. There's not as much content for me to even get because, of course, it's only in the beta. So I kind of have to wait a little bit and, see where eSports goes over here with StarCraft 2. So, it's been a little bit less content lately, but as the game comes closer, there's more and more people playing over here, more tournaments going on, and I can finally pick it up and, make more videos than I have been.
All right, and overall, what is the plans that you have for SC for All and, well, the other people who work for SC for All as well? What do you guys all plan on doing for StarCraft 2? Anything new, or just keep up the reporting?
Well, definitely a lot of the reporting, and there's going to be a ton of videos in the future coming out of me. I'm going to be flying around to basically every good LAN tournament for StarCraft 2, as well as all the Korean stuff that I normally do. And other than that, I think we're going to get into tournaments a little bit more. In the past, we've done a decent amount of tournaments, ESWC qualifiers, and ran ESWC, and then we did some IEF stuff and stuff like that. And I think in the future at SC for All, we're definitely going to go back to that a little bit more, continue catering to the competitive community overall. And so, yeah, that's the plans for the next few months here.
And now that we are in Drought 2010, or whatever you want to call this, what are you doing now?
Well, I'm kind of just sitting here waiting every day for the beta to come back up. It's supposed to be up end of June, supposedly.
Watching the Passing Shadow channel or something?
I don't even know, man. I'm just kind of sitting around being like, wow, I guess I have to go see my friends again, and, that's pretty much what I've been doing, just being a normal human being.
Have you seen the Passing Shadow by any chance?
No.
Well, basically, it's this stream that's up where they're basically, this guy just has a 24-hour stream of him, of the trying to connect to Battle.net thing, going to, like, really sad piano music. It's been
nice. That's hilarious. I love that. Oh my god, I'm going to have to check that out.
Another thing that's interesting that I've been noticing that you've been trying to do, or trying to do again, I suppose, is get into the professional scene in StarCraft 2, sort of how you did in StarCraft 1. How serious are you about that?
I'm completely serious about it. That's actually going to be one of my main focuses in the upcoming years, to play StarCraft 2 professionally. In StarCraft 1, being an American, I didn't really have a chance to make any real money like some of these other gamers from different games did. And I'm bitter, and I want to prove myself, so I will be definitely playing StarCraft 2 professionally for Meet Your Makers.
Now, I've seen you in a bunch of tournaments during the beta. It had to be one of the most competitive, active tournaments I've ever seen with all the games that have been going on. You participated in the HDH tournament, you were in a Team Liquid Invitational, you were in... I can't imagine. I think there was some other stuff. Did you do any stuff with the Asian servers, players, or anything like that? Yeah,
I played. I did play one Korean tournament. There was this big LAN tournament you had to qualify for online. I went ahead and qualified for that, and I went down to the LAN. I actually lost to the Wind, an ex-StarCraft 1 pro gamer that used to play in Pro League a lot. A really good player, very close Zerg vs. Zerg matchup there. I lost 1-2 to him. So that's all I did in the Korean scene, but I've played a few of these Chinese tournaments, and I get really deep into them. They basically invite all the best Koreans, Idra, myself, Sen, and a bunch of Chinese players. And I've been getting deep in them, but I haven't won one yet. Normally I end up losing to Banelings, because Zerg vs. Zerg can get pretty nasty.
It can get kind of monotonous.
Yeah, man, there's only so many games that you're going to win in a row of Zerg vs. Zerg before some retard, clicks the Banelings just right and kills you. So, it's pretty hard right now with this current balance.
Oh yeah, I have to say, as a bad but still Zerg player, I can understand. The ZVZ's just...
Oh, I know, it's so gross, man. It gives me shivers.
All right, so your goals as a pro gamer in StarCraft 2 are to go all the way. You're not like Day 9 who's going to try and be sort of a caster first, player second. You want to be Lee, J, Dan.
I'm still going to continue casting. I'm still going to continue making videos and stuff like that because, StarCraft really, it is my passion. It is what I do. It's what I want to do with almost all of my free time. So I'll continue doing these other things, but I'm definitely focusing more as a player than I think Day 9 probably will. I really do want to compete at the very highest level.
Oh, that's fair enough. That's a very noble goal. It sounds like you're going to be really busy, but when is that ever different?
Oh, yeah.
I have been asked by listeners and by some other people now, you do not have to go into this if